Hey everybody, it's Savannah Taylor, the Gardenista, your kitchen garden coach, and I am so excited about today because even though it is summer, fall is coming, and fall is the time for when I love to harvest my sweet potatoes. Woo! So if you've been following me, I will put a link down below from when I talked about getting ready for the process of planting your sweet potatoes. And for those of you who've been following me for any length of time, you probably remember this bed was full of onions and beets and radishes and whatnot, and it's been cleaned out. And I'll tell you why. Because I put my sweet potatoes in here, and let me tell you, when these bad boys get going, they really take over. So I wanted to leave them as much room and as space as possible all through this season so that I can, not have to worry about them choking out other things and things like that. So today I'm going to cover the next step to what we do with regards to getting our sweet potatoes in the soil. Okay, so the first video, and again, like I said, I'll have a link down below where I took my yams and I literally took them and I put them in the soil. Now, just really quickly, I chose organic yams. And the reason you want to do that is because sometimes the grocers will have sweet potatoes that have been sprayed with inhibitors. They've been sprayed with things so that they don't sprout while they're, waiting to be bought. And you don't want that. So you want to buy organic yams that will sprout. And that's what I got. And so I took them and I put them in the soil. Now, some of you were like, that ain't how you grow sweet potatoes. Well, so really quickly, and I do know that sometimes people will take them and they'll put them in water with the toothpicks. And this is just a preference. You absolutely can do it that way. And I know that is a traditional way. So yes, that is a way. I prefer to put them in the soil because when you do that, it gets the whole energy of the yam or the sweet potato. Okay, so that's just a preference. And again, I'll put a link down below as to that first step. But now here's the second step, and this is the exciting step. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to now take one of the plants from, or the slips, that's what these are called, the slips from the sweet potato, and I'm going to place it in water. And from that point, it's going to, after say a week or so, you're going to start seeing roots. And that's what we want to see. Okay. And then from that point on, I'll follow up with another video because then that's where we're going to put it in the soil. And this year, just so you guys know, I am going to be planting my sweet potatoes in my grow bags. Last year, I had a beautiful harvest last year, and I did do them in the ground. But this year, I do want to do it in the grow bag so that just to have a little bit more control over my growing environment. And I really do love grow bags. And also because, there is a stage when you do harvest your sweet potatoes, you don't want to bruise them. And when you're clawing and digging them out of the soil, you don't want to bruise them, you don't want to scrape them. And sometimes that can happen when you're clawing and digging. Whereas if you have them in a grow bag, you can just pour those bad boys out and pick them out, right? It's a strategy, okay? So let's go ahead and let me show you how we're going to remove the slips from the yams and place them in the water. All right, so let's see, which one should we do first? So of course, I'm going to take the biggest one, and I think this is the biggest, the tallest one I have. I want to say it's maybe about 5 inches tall, okay? And what you want to do is you want to gently, see it comes out from underneath the soil too. So I'm just going to gently pull. Let me see, make sure I got the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I don't want to yank. I'm just going to gently turn till it comes out. It's coming. All right, there it is. Okay, it's already kind of got some action going on there. All right, there it is. Okay, and that's our slip, ladies and gentlemen. And here, we're going to put it over here. and some water, all right, with the dirt and all, doesn't matter, okay? And I am going to put this indoors, inside. Now you can leave them outside, but I just want to take it indoors, uh, just so that I can keep an eye on it. And, that's just me. All right. Now there are some other ones here, but I think I'm going to let these wait a little longer. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to, yeah, I'll probably give this one a little longer. All right. All right, so we've got our sweet potato slip here. Now, I'm going to be very transparent because I don't think I've ever had two growing seasons that have ever been the same. And that's just the nature of gardening. Now, transparent moment, this looks like it already has roots and that these can go right in some soil. But I'm not going to put it right in some soil. I'm still going to let it sit in this water and I'm going to watch it for the next week or so. And I will definitely follow up with you guys with what happens because I think the little root system that we see is something that was established from the yam, and it's not the same root system that's going to be established from the slips. Okay, because the root system that gets established from the slips is going to be what eventually turns into tubers or sweet potatoes. Okay, so I will definitely not leave you guys hanging. I will follow up with that. And again, as more and more of the slips get a little taller and a little bit more mature, I will continue to do just what I did in this video and put them in water and keep the process going because we want a whole lot of sweet potatoes for the fall. Again, it's not too late. If you have not yet started, go ahead, get you some organic sweet potatoes, get them in the soil, water them. It's okay to, maybe put a little, fertilizer in there, can't hurt. But get them in the soil now so that you can have some sweet potatoes by fall. And again, I'm going to be using my grow bags so that make the harvesting a little bit easier and a little bit safer. And of course, there'll be one little final stage once we harvest them. Similar to regular potatoes, you do have to let them cure. All right. You don't want to stick them right in the oven right after you harvest them, although that is a little tempting, right? But there does need to be a little bit of a curing time. And again, I'll talk more about that when we get to that point. But here we go, you guys. Here we go. Fall is on the way, all right? And even though it's summer, now is the time. So if you have any questions, be sure and put them down in the comments below. And I'm here for it, you all. So until next time, when we grow something else, I'll talk to you guys then. All right, bye-bye.